All right, hey Pisces. So I'm doing a new read for you guys, and this right here is going to focus on conscious and subconscious blockages for calling in love, developing self-love, or just kind of developing relationships around you. All right, so you're going to know this is your read by your energy and how you feel about love. So let's pull that first. And don't forget to check your other placements, you guys. You might get more energy out of that. All right, so what we have coming through, you got the Wheel of Fortune card. So your energy, I do feel is pretty positive. You got Temperance with the Wheel card coming through. That's balance, it's patience, it's love, it's harmony, it's bliss. You guys could have a certain special somebody on your mind right now, but kind of fear, a little bit of fear and worry that this is a connection that won't follow through. It won't be a success. It's not going to pull through. But you are giving it to the universe with Temperance and the Wheel of Fortune, which is really good, positive energy to be in. All right, so let's see how it is you feel about love. How you feel about love. So with you got the Magician card. So you're definitely somebody who is full on into manifestations and pulling yourself out of negative energy. You got the Six of Wands that shows up in reverse and the Six of Swords coming in the upright. So what that means is you, if you have been in a funk, if you've felt, out of sorts lately, you're manifesting your way to happiness, to success. And with the Page of Wands coming through, it's new beginnings. It's removing self-limiting beliefs. It's opening your heart up and calling in what it is you know you want. And with the Page of Wands, it's a spiritual journey. So when it comes to the person on your mindset, you definitely want somebody who is high vibrational, like-minded, on a spiritual path, in so many ways. They definitely need to kind of resonate with you when it comes to where you sit at in your heightened beliefs. Okay, so let's see what your conscious blockages are. This is what you're aware of, what you are aware of. And the reason why I'm pulling these is because there's something that's still kind of lingering with you, and you're gonna have an awareness of this. All right, so we got okay. The first card out, unrequited love. So there's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. All right. So in order to kind of help you move forward and jump in, leave timelines behind and move into new ones, unrequited love. So you guys have dealt with somebody who you've given everything to, and it's just, there is no return on investment. This could be mom, dad, sisters, brothers, cousins, and romance, all alike. All right. Unrequited love is feelings of not being good enough, being used. This is put on the back burner right here. So you're going to have quite a heightened awareness of who it is. Maybe it's multiple people. All right. But what Spirit's kind of wanting you to acknowledge is it's time to release those energies that they didn't give no return on investment. They didn't put the same faith and effort into you as you did. All right. We also have, this could be the one. So with this conscious blockages coming through, this could be the one. This right here is going to be healing, forgiving, and releasing energy, specifically tied to somebody that you had a romantic, this is somebody you were romantic with. All right. And with this card coming through, that connection has failed. It failed to move forward. It failed. All right. It failed to be what you thought it was going to be. And right here, as coming through as a conscious block, you know that there's still healing that needs to be done between you and that connection. It doesn't matter how long ago it was, you guys. It's somebody that still crosses your mind to this day. You haven't really fully, released. Even a cord cutting almost is what I'm feeling, and then we have stay optimistic about your love life. And with this card coming through, you could have had some pretty negative energy when it comes to love in the past. And even though I see somebody who's very elevated, who is very, very heightened when it comes to love and being aware of who you are, this optimism right here basically says that you might still have your down moments, where you're kind of thinking, screw this, screw that. Here's what I'm going to say. It doesn't matter how elevated we are on a spiritual journey. There's always going to be the balance of dark and light, the balancing of negative and positive energies. And it could be that with the optimism card coming through, when shit gets down for you, it really gets down for you. And you kind of have this awareness that, you have to think in a different way, especially when it comes to past people that have hurt you on the romantic scale. So with that being said, I'm going to pull your subconscious fears, your subconscious blocks. So this is gonna be where you guys are gonna want to meditate, pray, and ask for something to come through dreams, especially if you have no idea what I'm talking about. But I do feel like there's gonna be something internally that you resonate with. Okay, we have I won't cry for you. And with this right here, you guys could have dealt or could be dealing or have dealt with in the deep past a situation where maybe you lacked empathy or sympathy for the connection. All right. It could be, well, that person did this, that, and the other, and you kind of handled it like, well, F me, no, F you, and it could be that this person or this situation kind of pops up every now and then, but it's not something very significant to you. All right. But what I'm going to say with this, it's almost like it's not significant enough for you to kind of heal through it. I won't cry for you. Like, if we were just kind of channeling through and going through past relationships, it's kind of like taking a personal moral inventory of ourselves and how we treated other people. All right. And it could be that you kind of had faced that situation with, well, you deserve it, or, to each their own, that kind of mentality. So kind of think about situations that you may have pushed down, where it's like, well, that person was a jerk and they did A, B, and C. It's time to kind of reel that in, and it's time to go within and sit with that energy, write it out. And that's coming through as something that needs to be healed, you guys. We have obsession coming through. All right. And with this card right here, you got to think of deep past. With this obsession, this right here, it could be that it, like, maybe the first love, the first person you ever felt a romantic inclination towards, and maybe you're not thinking, maybe you've pushed it out. Maybe it was so long ago. Maybe the obsession was trying to please mom or dad, trying to do everything and anything to get their attention. All right, and this could be obsessing about yourself when it comes to putting yourself out there for friendships, especially where maybe you lacked attention beforehand. Obsession, I do feel, could come through in many ways, and it could be just as simple as overthinking and overanalyzing situations. Okay, so you're gonna know how that applies to you, and maybe it's coming through now as, oh, okay, that's something I need to that's something that I need to heal over. We have atonement. All right. And this is coming through as subconscious. I'm almost feeling like with this card, you guys may, some of you guys may overuse the words, I'm sorry. It's with atonement. It's almost like you have to apologize. Like, I just think overcompensation on apologies, and it's almost like you didn't do anything wrong, but that I'm sorry is trying to, when we kind of pull that into our adulthood, sometimes that can have something to do with, your parents kind of yelling at you. You didn't do something right, you didn't clean it right, you didn't fix it right, your grades aren't good enough, and there's this obsession of apologies that come through. I'm almost seeing these cards kind of tie in together. It's like you're overcompensating for something. And what I almost feel atonement does is it comes in and draws into your other relationships. It factors in. But the thing that you need to realize, Pisces, is that half the time you guys are apologizing, you're not even doing anything wrong. And an apology is not something that's warranted. All right. So I feel like atonement might be overcompensating for situations, relationships that you've had back in the day. And I feel like that's coming through more of the, as you were a child looking up to grown ass adults, and maybe, encouragement is not, it didn't cut, it didn't come from those people that you looked up to. Instead, you always felt like you weren't good enough. So you overcompensated to everybody else around you. All right. So think about those situations. And then it's like kind of moving forward when it comes to life. You don't have anything to apologize for, especially the most simplest efforts that you make to connect with people. Sometimes apologies are not warranted. And my little sister, she's not a Pisces, but I draw that energy to her because she always is apologizing for everything and every little thing. She will apologize for talking too long on the phone. And it's like, dude, you don't need to apologize for that. We're good. And I know that is her own path with our parents, that she has to kind of work through. So anyways, with that being said, let's just see what your the overall advice to kind of help unblock, your overall advice to kind of help unblock some of this, apart from you guys kind of going individually and removing these. We have the High Priestess card coming through, with memory. All right. It's memory right there. You guys might, past life regression, meditation, or praying before sleep will bring some of this energy to light that you kind of want to release. We have the Eight of Wands, which is really just kind of accelerating you moving forward. All right. The Sun card, happier times are ahead here, you guys. And I feel like, if you felt like you don't deserve happiness, that's where we're going to kind of reel it in and kind of apologize to ourselves, the inner child, so that we can move forward and actually see that this right here, it doesn't matter who we're taking with us, but this is our destiny. All right. So with releasing and kind of working through the conscious and subconscious blocks, we're going to see where you guys are sitting at in the next 3 months. So the next 3 months, look, you guys have some beautiful energy coming through here. The Knight of Coins. All right. Slow and steady paces win. This is achievement. This is perfection. This is meeting your goals and aspirations. And I feel like it's in all aspects. So maybe it's been a long road to happiness, and upliftment. And you guys are falling into that with new beginnings. All right. The Empress card coming through with abundance when it comes to love, self-love, and what you're sharing with other people, followed by Justice, and Spirit's just saying, you know what, Pisces, you've done the work. And justice is in your favor. You're going to see some beautiful karmic rewards come through. That Sun card, especially the happily ever after, I just feel is right there on the horizon for you guys. All right, Pisces, I'm going to leave it there. You guys take care.